Jace LeJeune, Gridiron Football. I'm here with Mr. Gridiron Football himself, Andy Bryson, CEO of Gridiron Football. And for the first time in 2025, we're bringing back going bowling. You know, we're not actually have a couple pins. We don't have a bowling ball or anything, but we're talking about the Gridiron Football All-American Bowl game. And Andy, I want to start off.
It's a fun time of the year. I absolutely love this thing. This is our 7th year going into the bowl game, or is it 8th? Since 2018.
This is 7.
I can't count anymore. I'm getting too old. Anyways, it's 7th year going into the bowl game. I mean, we're going home basically. First 2 years we had the bowl game at Louisiana College, going back to Louisiana Christian University at Pineville, Louisiana. Great atmosphere those first 2 years. We're going to do that again. Really excited. We got our posters. They're ready. We'll be going around state, putting them around different businesses and all. If you'd like to have this poster put at your business, just send us a DM. We'll send you a poster. And if I'm driving around, we'll just deliver it to you.
Yeah.
Also, our magazine is out. The fresh new magazine. We featured 98 high schools across the state of Louisiana this month. If you like to get one, just go to our website. On our header of our website, you can pick up one of these magazines. $10, and we'll ship it to you. But yeah, we're great atmosphere this year. I'm really excited, really excited. I know Ben's really excited. Coach Maloffin's really excited up there at Louisiana College. Gonna have these prospects. We're doing a bowl game a little bit differently. I say a little bit.
Every year, it's gonna be a lot differently.
Every year it's different. You know, we want to add a new element to the game. You know, 2 years ago we added the junior high element, made it a lot more fun. Last year we was able to have the 3-team element where you have North, South, and Central Louisiana for junior high guys. We're now accepting nomination for the junior high players. So if you have a junior high kid, make sure you get a hold of Jace.
Yeah.
And he'll we'll take a look and possibly send you an invite. So it's North, South, and Central Louisiana players only for the junior high game. Senior game.
This one gets different.
The senior game, we've added a major element. So every year last several years we had to turn away a lot of kids. I mean, a lot of really good kids to get that we just didn't have enough room for because we only had 2 teams. So this year we decided to go ahead and have 4 teams. So we're gonna have 4 GMs: Marcus, myself, and 2 other GMs.
TBD.
Yes, I know who they are, but I don't want to mention this yet. But we're gonna have 4 GMs. And then we're gonna have 4 teams. It's gonna be a 4-team, like almost like a round robin situation, almost like the junior high. So 2 teams will play the first game on the 30th, and then 2 teams play the second game on the 30th, and then we'll have 1 extra quarter where the 2 champions for both those games will play in a final championship round, and that's for the tournament championship. Much bigger, 200 seniors. I've already talked to colleges across the country, and a lot of colleges are like, holy crap, I'm going to be there. Because everybody knows the type of guys we recruit, you know.
Yeah, right.
You're the average offensive lineman 6'4", 300 pounds. The average receiver is 6'1", 6'2", 185, 200 pounds. The average quarterback, 6'3" to 6'6". You know, the defensive line, you're looking around 6'2" to 6'4". You know, I mean, we got the size is there. Speed, receivers, DBs, they all run 4.5s or faster. They have to.
Yeah.
In this game, if you don't run a 4.5 or faster, you're not going to make it to play in this game. So everybody's fast. Every referee at this game is always left there like, man, that's the fastest game, huffing and puffing. So referees love this thing. So a lot bigger this year than years past. A lot more fun, I think.
Yeah, I agree, and I want to ask you about it because you just talked about it at the beginning of the show. Obviously, we had to start the show talking about the big announcement. We had the big press release months ago about the Gridiron Football American Bowl game returning to LCU. So just talk about that's where you started to bring it back to Pineville as the middle of the state. I know there's been a lot of connections with a lot of players that played in the bowl game at LCU. So just talk about the decision to bring it back to Pineville.
Well, in 2023, when we held our bowl game here in Baton Rouge the first time, 2 years ago, I was having my daughter, well, not me, my wife.
Right.
Was having my daughter, so we wanted to keep it home. We wanted to get a little bit closer. You know, I mean, I live on the North Shore, so I mean, I'm an hour and a half away, and so we wanted to keep it closer. Last year, we kept it here in the Baton Rouge area because we just know a lot of people, and it was just very convenient for us. This year, we want to take it back up north because we get a lot of people from North Louisiana. Hey, we love you up here in North Louisiana. We want you back up here. So I'm from Rose Pine, DeRidder area, so I'm like, you know what? This is like a going home for me. Let's go back to Central Louisiana. We're not tied down. We don't have a big naming sponsor. In fact, the only naming sponsor we have is Andy Bryson. So it's just me.
Yeah, Andy Bryson Gridiron Football American game.
Not really, but until we get that big naming sponsor, until somebody comes along and says they want to have this location here, we're going to just kind of move this thing where we kind of want to. I mean, we're not tied to any one location right now. We don't have a lot of backing from a lot of different organizations, a lot of backing from cities and stuff like other bowl games do. So until we get that, I mean, we're able to do what we really want to do.
Yeah.
Which also gives us lots of flexibility. We don't have to do certain things. Mm-hmm. So. It's not always about the money for me. I mean, obviously, if I'm paying for a lot of this, it's not about the money. Mm-hmm. It's about the kids. So a lot of times I turn down money because I think it's better for the kids.
Best fit. Yeah.
So it is what it is. But getting back to Louisiana College, I think it's a good fit for the entire situation because a lot of kids, like you said, over the years have signed. I know in the first 2 years, I think Louisiana College signed around 40 guys at the bowl game between those first 2 years. And I know Andrew Maddox and Ben McLaughlin both have signed a lot of guys over the last 5-6 years as well from this game.
And Justin Charles as well.
Yeah. The first 2 years, Justin Charles. In the last I think 5 years, Andrew Maddox and Ben McLaughlin have signed a lot of guys as well. I think half the roster at Louisiana College is from the bowl game, just like at Centenary University, Centenary College. Yeah, a majority of the staff there is from the bowl game. So we able to bring this back up to North Louisiana, get them back on campus. One of the nights we're going to have there, the Coach McLaughlin is going to take the players around and show them the campus, give them a tour of the facilities and all. And so it just gets it back on a college campus, get that under our college lights.
Yeah, you just mentioned it. Bring it back to a college university, first time since the game was played at Southeastern a couple of years ago, and also so it is a big deal. And also, I want to ask you about the format because I think it's also going to benefit the fans as well because they're already pretty much into it the last couple of years. But to add a couple extra games, I think it's going to be really exciting for the players because more reps for the players, more potential reps for them, and you also get somewhat of a champion at the end of it, adding a couple more teams.
Right. So we have kids all over the state of Louisiana, obviously. You and I went around the state, did our media day. We had 98 high schools. That's in This Month magazine, so make sure you get This Month magazine.
Yep. Good plug.
98, yeah, good plug, right? And every one of the head coaches, every head coach that came to our media day, I would say 95 to 99% of them was like, how can we get involved in this bowl game? We were coming because we want our kids in this game because 98% of the kids that play in this game are offered. Now, not all of them take the offer. Some go to LSU, some go to La Tech, some go to schools just to go be a student. Because not every offer is a great offer. But 98% of the kids are offered to play college football. So they do get that chance. And I'm very proud of the fact 98% of the kids get that offer. So a lot of these coaches, they come bring their kids. They want their kids to get that one last chance to play the game. And maybe a Northwestern State or McNeese or East Texas Baptist or Millsaps, somebody local, Louisiana College or Centenary comes and offers them. And if that's the case, that's great. So there is that aspect of it. So we had what I think 300, 400 prospects that we saw in those 3 days, Jace.
Yeah,
it was phenomenal turnout. And then our camps, we did all season long. We were only offering guys from Louisiana this year that came to our camps or our media day, our events, Gridiron football official events.
And that's about 400 prospects, Andy, from Louisiana.
So in the back of the magazine, me and a bunch of coaches went through and rated them based off of our rating system, based off height, weight, strength, speed, agility. Their their technique, how they use their hands, how they use their feet, their aggression. So we have 10 categories. But anyways, that's how we rate kids. So we had 400 kids that we rated, not to mention the players from the camp or from the media day. So you have a lot of kids that we saw. Yeah. So if you didn't come to one of our events, we're not offering to play in a bowl game this year. Yep. Unfortunately. from Louisiana.
Right.
We also have kids from as far away as Canada, California, Florida. Basically, we're probably going to have a quarterback from California, a quarterback from Florida this year.
Yeah.
So quarterbacks from coast to coast.
Right. That is pretty insane to think about.
So when you talk about that many kids, you're looking at that many kids in Louisiana that we're trying to help. We're trying to get them at least to in front of a coach that says, "Hey, look, at least give them a shot." Mm-hmm. Because at worst case scenario, I mean, it's a shot. So we are doing that. And then the kids from out of state, from Texas and California, all the other states, they're coming in. They want to participate because they want that chance. They want that same opportunity we're giving kids here in Louisiana. Mm-hmm. So with 4 games, or 4 teams, 2 games, it gives us a chance to open the doors a little bit more. And then have that championship round at the end. That's gonna be
fun.
That's gonna be 15-minute quarter. I mean, it's both games are playing 15-minute
quarters. Yeah.
I mean, it's college. They're 2 college games.
Right. So you have one 15-minute quarter.
So you have basically an overtime.
Right.
Hopefully it'll turn into LSU Texas A&M overtime, but it's gonna be.
I mean, right.
And what I'm gonna tell the coaches is at that overtime, kickers become relevant. Mm-hmm. You know, every year we always have a kickers and last year we had a kicker had what, it was 63-yard field goal last year, or 50? It was 53 or 63.
Yeah, it was a long one. Yeah.
So every year we get a kicker to go out there and kicks a bomb. But this year, because of the overtime rules, we have 15 minutes, and if the game is still tied, you know, if they're tied after 15 minutes, first one scores.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So. We're gonna flip the coin, see who gets the ball first, and then after we go after that overtime is over, that first quarter, that 15 minutes is over. Then the other team gets a chance to score. Mm-hmm. It's first team scores.
Yep.
At that point, but so it's gonna make that championship round festive.
Yeah, because that coin toss as well is different in that first I guess that championship round, because you can either receive the ball first in the first period, or you defer. If you do defer, if there is an overtime, you would get the ball first in overtime. So it's going to start letting the coach.
There's going to be some strategy there too. You see, so that overtime round is going to be a little bit more. It's going to be a lot more. It's a combination of college and NFL. You know,
right.
So it's going to be you know, because you know, if you're a person like me, is very competitive. I'm going to say, okay, I got 15 minutes. I'm gonna run the ball
and then
I'm gonna run the ball. I'm gonna run the ball for about 12 to 13 minutes.
Right.
And I'm only gonna give you 2 to 3 minutes trying to score that touchdown. Mm-hmm. So if that's me, that's what I'm gonna do.
Or you think about, hey, like there's a good chance this could be a tie. So if that's the case, I want the ball first in overtime and get the ball first in overtime.
Because that's the other side. Because what if you do hold the ball for 13 minutes, you score. And the other team in 2 minutes throws a Hail Mary and they score.
They're going to get the ball back
They get the ball back and that first overtime.
Yep.
And now it's first team scores.
Right. So it's going to make the coaches think a little bit.
Do you want to score fast, or do you want to just try to drag that quarter out?
Yep.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
I think it's going to make it a lot more festive, and it gives you a chance to be a real champion. You know.
Yeah. Right.
Who's going to be the champion? You know, the champion of champions, because they're all
junior high
all the kids. All the kids are showing up. All these seniors are all champions. Mm-hmm. There's one, they were selected to be in this bowl game.
Right.
You know, a bowl game, we're going to have probably 30, 40 colleges in attendance. And we do that every year. You know, you're probably looking at 30, 40 colleges again this year, if not more. Mm-hmm. I've already talked to schools like Sterling College. They're coming down from Kansas. Mm-hmm. You know, obviously Louisiana College is going to be there.
Centenary.
You know, we know Centenary is going to be there. We know East Texas is going to be there. We know Millsaps and Belhaven. We know those guys are going to be there. You know, I'm hoping to get Delta State over this year and a couple other schools. So, you know, West Florida.
Sure. Yeah.
In fact, I think they're number 2 in the nation right now in D2 football.
Yeah.
So we're hoping to get a bunch of those schools come in and participate. I know we've had Nebraska, Westland.
Yeah, they came. Yeah, the coach came and flew in. To go and watch it.
So we've had a lot of coaches show up this bowl game. So we really want to make, you know, more festive and more, you know, bigger. Mm-hmm. So that's basically the format this year. A little bit wild.
It's going to be pretty fun, and obviously we're going to talk about it.
I think Richard says it best. Holy crap. Hang on your pants, ain't got an idea.
Yeah, just to stress out Richard even more, right? And to stress out even me even more too when we get to that point. But we're going to get to that point later on. Let's talk about, obviously we talked about the location. Since it's the first episode, there's a lot to catch up on about the bowl game. Talked about the change location being at LCU this year, December 30th. The junior high game be played on the 29th under the lights, so the junior high teams will get their kind of own night.
Their own night this year.
Yep, so that's going to be really cool as well. Same format as the seniors.
And so for the junior high kids, it's 3 games. They get North versus South, South versus
like
Central.
Last year. Yeah.
And so it's 3 games, and then the team that has who wins the most games. Last year, they all went 1-1.
It was a tiebreaker with
so
points.
It was based off a point spread. And so I think it was Central Louisiana won.
Central won last year. Yep.
So it'll be the same as again this year. So it's whoever wins the most games or point spread.
Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. So yeah, it's going to be really that whole week is going to be a fun experience. We'll talk about that obviously throughout the course of the year. We'll have a show every single week talking about the bowl game. And let's talk about the first couple commits, Andy.
Let's talk about the first couple.
Yep.
First couple. Obviously, this week's gonna be a little heavy. Southwest Louisiana, my neck of the woods.
Right.
I'm not gonna let you cats out of bag.
But they were the first couple to actually commit and register.
So the first one I'm gonna talk about is Connor Rushford, from running back from DeRidder, Louisiana. He also plays special teams. He is a first-team All-District running back. He is a first-team All-District punter.
Yeah.
He is an All-Southwest Louisiana football team member.
Mm-hmm.
He also a 2-time All-District baseball player.
Yeah, there you go.
So, little mixture there.
Multi-sport guy.
Multi-position. He plays punter and running back from DeRidder High School. I think he has a 3.5 GPA. So a really good prospect from DeRidder, Louisiana.
Had the fastest 40 time at our DeRidder camp.
At our DeRidder camp, he had the fastest 40 time. I think he ran a 4.5.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So really good kid. He's also on an all regional track team.
Yeah.
So Connor Rushford, people.
Yeah.
Remember that name.
Yeah, you'll find and read more about him. We'll have an announcement about his bowl game committee at GridironFootballUSA.com. And we got our first quarterback, and I tell you what, Andy, he's put up a lot of gaudy numbers over the years.
Mason Jordan from Montgomery, Louisiana, all CENLA in 2024, all first team All District and All State in 2024.
Yeah.
This year, you've called his name out a few times for the Player of the Week. You have anything you want to say about that?
Yeah, the thing about Mason Jordan, you go and look at the record, and you're thinking, oh, the record's not great. But if you go and look, they've lost a lot of 60 to 50 games, 50 to 45 games. So really there's a lot on the shoulders of Mason Jordan, and he's a really great quarterback, a good athlete. He's not like 6'5" or anything, but he can move around the pocket, extend plays, and he's just a playmaker. And he's just one of those really, really great all-state quarterbacks in the state of Louisiana. So he's going to have the opportunity. He's got a couple of offers already, so it's going to be a great opportunity for him at LCU.
The next 2 kids are from my hometown,
Yep.
so I know these kids. I know their families really well. The first one's Patrick Gibson. His mother is Nikki Churchman, who I went to school with. Her dad was one of my teachers. Her older brother was one of my teachers. So Patrick, offensive lineman, first team All Vernon Parish in 2023. 9th place in Louisiana State powerlifting in 2024. Second team All District in 2024. Big kid, big frame. I think he's 6'1", 280 pounds. Big offensive lineman. He's going to play more of an interior lineman in college. Again, he has that. I know his dad. I know his uncles and his grandfather really well. Big cow guys.
Yeah.
Cattle ranchers, and so this kid, he looks the part of a big offensive lineman. Big, thick guy.
Yeah.
Gonna be a really good player.
Yeah, it was like he's going to have a teammate of his join him as well. Like you talk about.
Theodore Wogman. I went to high school with his mother. So yes, I knew
crazy connection there.
In fact, I graduated with his mother 25 years ago. Don't shoot me, Elaine. Don't shoot me, Elaine, for letting everybody know how old we are. By the way, I'm 45. So
yeah, you figure out the math in your head there.
I'm 40-something years old. He's for. Oh Lord, we might need to cut that out.
Hey, it's your show.
She's gonna shoot me. I can't. I'm not gonna be working Rose Pine no more. So Theodore is again another Rose Pine young man. He's first team All District in 2024. Another big kid. Another 6'1", 280-pound offensive lineman. another powerhouse guy. Looking forward to watching both these young men from Rose Pine. We do have another Rose Pine guy, but he'll be a later show. So both these young men, actually all four of these young men are great kids. We've seen them all. Yeah. They all was at our media day.
Right. All four of them.
Connor was at our camp.
He was at our camp and media day, and Theodore, so was Jordan.
Theodore was at our
media day.
Media day was also our camp in I believe it was the Ritter camp, or was it the?
It was at the LCU.
LCU camp.
Patrick Gibson showed up at the camp too. So all these guys show up to our camps and to our events. I mean, hey, if you ball out, all four of these guys balled out at the camps. They've been productive players, all state, all district, all of them. And these are all guys that could potentially play at the next level when they get the job done in the classroom.
You know what's even crazy about all four of these guys so far? They all have at least a 3.5 GPA.
Yeah.
I'll say it again. They all have at least a 3.5 GPA. So they're all state. All four of them all state or all district, and they all are 3.4, 3.5 or higher GPAs.
And these are the type of guys we're looking at, right?
These are the guys that we're looking for the bowl game. So next year, when you get ready, if you're a junior right now and you're watching the show and you say, I want to be a part of that program, I want to be a part of what those guys are doing, I want to be in a magazine. First off, to be in a magazine, you have to have a 2.8 GPA minimum, period. That's the first thing we ask. We ask your coach, you have a 3.8 GPA, so you have to have academics. There's three legs getting recruited. One, character. Do you have what it takes? Are you a good guy? Are you doing what you're supposed to be doing, being where you're supposed to be at? Two, academics. Do you have the academics in school, or do you at least care about your schoolwork? Because you first got to be a student athlete. First word, student. So, are you a good student? Third leg, can you play the game of football? Are you an all-district player? Are you at practices? Are you at camps? Are you learning different things? The purpose of camps is so you can learn different techniques, because your coaches only have so many hours they're allowed to spend with you during the football season. You learn as much as you can from your football coaches. Even in the offseason, get your coaches to teach you how to get better at your position. But going to camps where you can learn a few techniques that you may use in your toolbox. Just get a little bit better every day. So make sure you go to camps. Make sure you go out there and you put the extra effort in to this sport we all love. I have a young man right now in college. He's learning. I talked to him last night. He's learning how to articulate what he's looking at as a quarterback. So make sure you go to these camps and learn some more about football. Your coaches, talk to them. Get them to help you get better at your position, and then go to camps and get other coaches to show you maybe a new trick, a new tool for your tool bag. But that's my rant. Make sure you get make sure you order your magazine. Go to our website, gridironfootballusa.com. Up on the header, you'll see a little box that says buy your magazine this month, buy your monthly magazine. Order that. You can order it there through PayPal. We'd be happy to ship it to you and everything. Remember, our bowl game is December 27th through the 30th.
Yes.
It's going to be at Pineville, Louisiana, at Louisiana College. Games are going to be the 29th at Louisiana College and the 30th at Louisiana College.
Junior high on the 29th, seniors on the 30th. And Andy, tickets are now available to order. I know I've been getting some comments, some questions from parents. Tickets are now available to order. In fact, they'll be in the description below. And all these bowl game commits, we're going to post about them. The four guys we talked about today. If you want to read more about them, I'll be on gridironfootballusa.com. And the ticket link will be right there. So.
And one last thing. I'm gonna ask something out of the unorthodox.
Okay. This is what did you prepare me for at the beginning?
I prepared you at the. I need your help. All of you out there watching this video, we need your help. I have exhausted all. I've exhausted all attempts at trying to get our magazine at Walmart and Rouse's. If you work or you know somebody, a district manager at Walmart or Rouse's, and you'd like to get our magazine, like to see our magazine in those stores, please DM us a contact that we need to talk to get our magazine in Walmart or Rouse's in Louisiana. We need your help. I've talked to hundreds of people, and I've exhausted all avenues on my end. Please help us.
Absolutely, Andy. I think unless there's anything else to say, I think that's pretty much about it, huh?
Make sure you like, share, and comment. That helps our algorithms. Go on our YouTube channel. Follow us on YouTube. And thanks for watching, guys.
Well, thank you, Andy, and we're going to be doing this every single week. We'll hear from Andy about the bowl game, and we'll talk about the Gridiron Football All-American Bowl game as well. Remember, December 27th when the players come in, the 29th and the 30th will be the games. Junior high on the 29th, seniors on the 30th. And one more message from me as well. You'll probably get a phone call from me if you're a parent. If we already offer you to play in the bowl game, you'll probably get a follow-up call from me. Just remember the deadline to register, and that's November 1st, and then we're going to send another wave of commitments, offers after that. So for Andy, I'm Jace. Thank y'all for watching Going Bowling. We'll see y'all next week, and we'll talk about what's another couple commits next week for our Going Bowling show. Thank y'all guys for watching.
See you guys next week.
All right.
That was pretty